Welcome back to Limbus Company Daily Mirror Dungeon. It's, once again, randomizer day. See what we roll, see if it's something funny or if it's something unfunny. Who knows? Okay. Gonna distort. The sinner in slot 2 can only use defensive skills and corroded ego skills. Okay. So Otis can only corrode these 3 egos and spam defensive skills. Interesting. Poise ego gifts. I mean, we've got 2 Poise IDs, really only one. It feels wrong to call you a Poise ID. Which is potential synergy going on then. Otherwise, I mean, standard enough stuff. We've got a mixture of, we've got some pretty decent IDs with, like, these two, right? And, like, you're not bad. You two are pretty bad. Otis is decent for a base ID, but all she's going to be able to do is spam corrosions. I guess her base skill is an evade, right? That's her base ID's defense skill, I think. So that's nice, at least. We can just have her only defend if we want to, but we want her to do something occasionally, so we'll have her corrode frequently. But yeah, this seems interesting. Give me a second to set up the run, and then we're going to get into it. Alright, the team has been assembled. Simple enough. We chose, the standard Poise during you gifts. If we want to take a look at what floor we are getting here, leftmost, so it's Outcast. So we can get Nebulizer floor 1 when we're wanting to get Poise stuff, so that's fairly good synergy. Let's go bottom path, and then order is you, and you. Alright. Should be good. Guess we'll see. But yeah, Otis is a very interesting role. She's got an evade at least, so she can just evade most of the time, but if we want her to ever do damage, we do need to have her spam corrosions, which is certainly an interesting idea. Like, corroded, like, Ebony Stem could be funny. What's Corroded Sunshower's role? I don't think I ever use Corroded Sunshower. Simply just because the Awakening's role is so good. And I don't think the Corrosions is as good. I guess I should take a look, right? I don't really use Corrosion a lot in general. 29 minus 7. So it's kind of just a worse roll when Corroded. The only upgrade is that it inflicts some Rupture. Yeah, it's not a very good Corrosion. Ebony Stem, of course, is also, like, Awakening on Corrosion. So Ebony Stem's a pretty good Corrosion, especially if we can get lucky with it. And Binds gets the Tremor Fraction stuff, inflicts a bunch of Tremor shenanigans. Could be funny. It's if we wanted to lean on the Tremor side of things. I think Ebony Stem's going to be the main Corrosion thing for you. Also, because you're in slot 2, that means turn 3 onwards, you're going to have a second slot in normal fights. Which means even more evasions. Just gotta remember the gimmick the entire time. I didn't bother to put the prescript up on the screen this time. Hopefully it's simple enough. But yeah, we'll save our resources and stuff for points where we need it. I guess we do need to get her sanity up, though, if we ever want her to be able to do much of anything. Which could happen naturally for certain things. We might need to just accept that she's going to corrode frequently if we do much of anything with her, though, yeah. Simply because there's not really a good way to build up Sandy. Even if we got something like Faith, like, I'm pretty sure defensive skills don't trigger Faith. I'm pretty sure it needs to be actual attack skills. I don't know for sure. Like, other than Faith, there's really not a lot that heals SP. Maybe we should have grabbed, like... And we can't really get Lust Res very easily, so something like, Whispers support passive wouldn't have helped too much. But something like base Honglu, right? Like a passive SP gain would have been a good choice had I been thinking about it. Maybe we'll do that at the rest stop. Just so she has some SP so that we can use her a little bit more. Okay, more resources, that's good to see. I was about to say that was kind of going to be one of the big focuses. Was more resources so that Otis can spam more egos. There's a couple of random SP gaining egos for, like, certain status effects, but, like, base Otis only has, Rupture. That's her status effect. Okay. Grab this. This can hit what? It's just Gregor and Yisung that can benefit from that, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, because they both have less skill ones. Okay, that's fine. If we upgrade it to make it target 2, they'll both always get the damage up, which is potentially an interesting idea, I guess. Give buffs to some of our weaker allies. Oh, I forgot. Let me restart the fight. I was too busy talking that I immediately forgot the gimmick. Maybe I should put the pre-script up on the screen. It won't, necessarily help me because I still might just not notice it. But, it's better than nothing. Okay. Let's press on. This time we're going to have you dodge. You did lose some sanity from the My Form Empties check, since you don't have Lust. Which is bad, yeah. There is no but. We could always just corrode Agony Stem and just accept it. I mean, if we're going to corrode at low sanity, we should probably do something that benefits from that, right? Like, this is 32 minus 13. Yeah, so if we're going to corrode at low sanity, maybe we should go for, like, binds. Something that actually wants negative coins. Because Ebony Stem wants heads coins, even on corrosion. Decisions. Corroded egos just are very frequently weird in general, right? Like, they're always really cool, but it's just such a big trade-off to use them, right? 50% more sandy and 50% more resources. Usually they're negative coins, which makes them, harder to use at high sanity. Better to use, I guess, if you're lower on sanity, but if you're lower on sanity, then you're going to be close to corroding. It's just really weird in general. There's some corrosions that are, like, of course, really good. Like, Rhyme corrosion's really stupid for the sinking output. The Rhyme Shake Awakening's also good, but just a notable case of the wrong person. Oops. Notable case of it really feeling notable. Some other corrosions here and there can be, like, pretty good. Not a lot's coming to my mind, like, off the top of my head. I guess, like, Telepole Corrosion rolls stupidly high, or I should say, specify Heathcliff Telepole Corrosion rolls stupidly high. Highest rolling ego in the game, thanks to the shenanigans it can cause, but... And stuff like that, but usually, and the fact that you can't, like, you can't choose your target with corrosions makes them really annoying in Focus encounters unless you get lucky. With the exceptions for that being Merso Screwless Wallet, which I guess makes sense, and Dawn Telepole, which is controllable on Overclock for some reason that still really doesn't make a lot of sense. Merso Screwless Wallet makes plenty of sense because, you can control him. He's like a machine thingy, right? If we ever get, like, all-around cleaner egos, they might, like, put the bit there, too. There's a decent chance we get all-around cleaner for Dawn's Canto. I think the idea of it being, like, Dawn Vav is interesting. It definitely could fit for, like, a multi-coin, like, strong Vav ego. We'll have to see, though. I think of the egos that are, or of the Avnos in Mirror Dungeon that are likely to show up, if it's a Mirror Dungeon Avno, I feel like all-around cleaner is a pretty good bet. Because it kind of fits, and, like, give it, like, a weaker version to Rodion 2 or something, right? It would fit. As far as what else would be in the Dawn Canto, I really don't know. There's a lot of potentials. Alright, we're switching Base Hong Lewin. Is there anyone else who's got good SP passives that we can make use of? Not really any that we can make use of, I don't think. Because, of course, base Yisong wouldn't help out. We don't have a good enough Lust Resonance to have any chance to trigger Whispers. Or, like, Butler Faust, definitely no, because that requires sinking, which we do not have on this team at all. I guess we'll just roll with this. There might be some random ego in forgetting, but or passive them forgetting, but, like, the fact that we have Yisung and Merso on our team means a lot of the good, decent SP healing options are off the table. Besides, we couldn't even use middle Merso passive since we don't have any other LCB IDs on the team. This is calendar time. We can potentially do some calendar corrosions. Guess we'll see. You don't really need to do much of anything here. But yeah, Honglu passive, 6 SP for Otis every turn. It'll heal our SP up in time. It will take time, though, that's for sure. A pretty decent sum of it. But that's fine. Probably double up that one. If we do that, we're going to do some reshuffling. Yeah. Fair bit of reshuffling. You can dodge that, yeah. That'll work. I guess we don't really need to, but... Okay, that'll work. Should do decent damage to each of them. Yeah, Gamble does a little bit of damage. You get Nebulizer after this floor. Is Pride Res very doable on this team? Not really. Other than Merso, like, it's a shame because I think Merso, the only person other than Merso to have Pride at all is Otis, right? Yeah, who's stuck dodging, or like, I guess we could Corrode Binds for like Nebulator ++ trigger. That's potential. It's bad potential, but it is potential. Yeah. Next turn we gotta do a bunch of damage to a bunch of these guys. We could Corrode Binds here. I think that's a fun idea. Yeah, let's roll with it. Why not? I don't want to just have her just defend and do nothing else, because that ruins the entire point of the run, since then, like... Since then, there's no point, right? She might as well just only be defending. We gotta have her overclock a decent bit. And, like, she might corrode after this. We'll see. Her sanity's semi-low, so I think Tails is a decent chance of happening. Awakening it is. Big sword. I mean, it's still decent, I guess, right? It still did a good job, but like, it could have gotten Tails. And she's like what, negative? I don't remember what her sanity is, but it's low. Without a doubt. That's fine. At least I don't think she's low enough to corrode fully. That's something at negative 25, okay. That's alright then. You're just sitting around doing nothing. Which works for me. We should just be able to take down your arms. Take down your minion. We can potentially Mind Whip next turn. Did we have Mind Whip? We might. It's about due, I think, right? Yeah, there we go, cool. Mind of you, you're weak to Blunt, you're weak to Wrath. It's gonna go a little well. What can you dodge safely? Actually, you seem to be... Your min roll... Oh, that's not your dodge. Never mind. Yeah, no, you can't dodge any of these very reliably. I was like, wait a second, why is her dodge min 19? But then I realized there's Piercing Thrust, not a dodge. That would do it. Do something like that, maybe. Yeah, sure. Attempt a little bit dodging with Otis, because, like, we could get lucky, right? Odds low, but it can happen. But yeah, today's patch notes are funny, because apparently, like, a month or two back, they fixed, like, some sort of major issue with Dimension Shredder Honglu in Japanese, where his description was entirely wrong. And just today, they finally fixed it for Yi-Song, who apparently his Dimension Shatter has also been incredibly wrong in Japanese. Like, how does it go that long without it being, like, noticed? I really wonder. Shh. Yeah, you just dodge. Okay. I don't think your attack's going off anyways, but I guess if we do pitiful damage, which I don't think we do, grinding more is going to do a lot. Yeah, cool. There's a victory. And we get Nebulizer now, so that's good. Also, they fixed, you know, a bug with Warp Faust's text saying the paralysis was same turn when it's actually next turn. So many random, like, text bugs. Or I guess, it's not bugs, it's just mistranslations, right? That's the correct terminology, probably. Which floor are we going to here? Rightmost. Crabs it is. Crabs it is. It should be fine. Healing, we don't really care for healing that much, but I mean, better safe than sorry, I guess. Phantom Pain's more damage for one attack weight stuff, that's good. What else are we looking for, though? More Mind Whip is funny. And then like a Sticky Muck, I guess. And we're just gonna press on. We could have refreshed again if we particularly wanted to. I don't particularly want to, but we could have done it. And then maybe sold something if anything good showed up. I don't know. I want to save some cost, I think. Upgrade Nebulizer to ++ in the upcoming shop so that we can get some funny synergy stuff there, potentially. You've got more Mind Whips, but your charge isn't, like, particularly great. We don't have any charge ego gifts. If you get something that, like, helps your charge out a little bit, even just, like, I don't know, anything that just is a little bit of charge could help you out. Because you only need 8 charge for Mind, which is so easy to hit. Something like an employee card would be enough to make you, like, pretty self-sufficient. If you ever, like, get 2 Mind Whips, like, first turn, then, like, you're in a little bit of trouble. But, like, of course you are. That's just how it is. You're supposed to be in trouble if that happens. Yeah, and you gain 6 charge. Yeah, okay. Whatever it is, you're good on charge. Next turn can be Mind Whipped. We're not going to really need a Mind Whip at that point. We're spamming these guys with a bunch of attacks they're, you know, weak to, since they're weak to Sloth. Doing the good stuff. Nice. And yeah, we do get our Mind Whip. So I guess we can watch how that goes. We're Mind Whipping. Okay. Good job, Gregor. At least it's just Gregor and one of the enemies being hit by that. We do actually have to make use of the Mind Whip because our team is, you know, not very good. Do we have any Pierce on our team other than, like, Gregor's skill 2? Does Muller Yi-Song have Pierce skill 2? He might too. Yi-Song and Gregor have Pierce skill 2, I think, but that might be the only Pierce we have. Because I'm not counting Otis. Because, you know, she can't use her normal skills. And I'm not counting Egos, but maybe I should, but... whatever. Okay, I mean, this is a charge ego gift. Only helps us if we get a bunch of charge stuff for the entire team, which we might. Lean into it. We're basically set on poise already since we have Nebulizer. And we're... what are we getting this floor? Pendant? I think so, yeah. Pendant will be nice. For Ryoshi, or not Ryoshi, Rodion, I guess. You've got Gloom. You're gonna be the target of it because you got Gloom and Poise. Let's see, something like this. That one's probably not dead. Cool. Roll with that. Do some damage. Rodion's got a nice 8 shield from her passive. Oh, Riveting's that. I wonder if Zwei West is going to just do, like... I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being, like, Zwei Rodion stuff, but better, right? Because Vi Rodion was trying something new for Vi, where like kind of poisey, more like focus on like shield than anything else. I mean, like Zvi's gone through a bunch of weird like arcs so far, because like the first Zvi ID Sinclair protection focus not very good. Second Zvi ID Rodion poise and shield focus not very good, and then we got Faust and Gregor who were defense level up focus and they were pretty good. Gregor especially suffers sometimes, but that's fine. Suffers sometimes for not having status effects, but also is a bit of unique on that regard. Faust is just kind of a fairly average ID, but like much better than the other Zvi IDs, that's for sure. So I wonder where they're going to take Zvi West. I think it's going to be shield focused to a degree. I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to have their own like unique like what do they call it? Shield manipulation status effect? Whatever they call Blubber Bubble. Because it would check out. More shield stuff is cool. Because these... it's kind of like the best way to deal with tanky stuff without making it too powerful or too unpowerful, right? Like, look at something like Suncliff, and like 5 protection consistently is so insane, right? Like, it means that, like, the smallest thing can be enough to push him into being, like, functionally immortal, and he is frankly immortal. And then you look at K-Corp Honglu, who's got way too much healing, right? Like, the idea of a healing tank only semi-works. Because you need to be careful that enemies don't do so much damage to just straight up kill you, right? Okay. That was an unfortunate thing to have to evade. Maybe I should have egoed that, but I wasn't. I was busy ranting, I think. Like, don't get me wrong, I definitely think healing tanks can be done good. I don't think protection tanks can be done very well, because it's just kind of a too strong of a mechanic to balance. Like, it's either too little or too much. I love Suncliff, though. I just think he's honestly kind of too good of a tank. When you play him right, that is. K-Corp Honglu is also too good of a tank. They tried doing, like, a weaker K-Corp Honglu thing with T-Dawn. I don't think I ever hear anyone mentioning her when talking about tanks, though, because it's only she gets fully healed if she's in a certain HP threshold, which is so hard to hit. And it really doesn't feel like you should be using her as a tank. I really don't think I've used her since she released, really, since that week. It's a cool idea, but, like, it's really overkill. We're gonna Crow Ebony Stem here, by the way. That should be funny. Hit a bunch of these guys. I guess we can manipulate it. Can you manipulate corrosions? You can, yeah. Is that hitting everything? Yeah, I think so. Cool. Alright, and then it's not clashing anything, though, because it's main target. Oh, no, its main target is bottom left. Oh, I see. So I don't think we did manipulate anything. That's fine. Okay. Otherwise, we're just going to do a bunch of damage to you. Are we getting another Mind Whip next turn? Yes, okay. That's unfortunate, but we gotta live with it. We'll just Ego or something next turn. Yep, Corroded Ebony Stem Time Tails, that's fine. 15 Sanity, it happens. It's still a 29 roll, even on head, or even on Tails, right? So it's pretty good. Big damage. Unfortunately, it, like, is less interesting visually than the Awakening version, because it just kind of is over, like, lickety-split, you could say. I don't know why you would say lickety-split. I don't think anyone's ever said lickety-split in, like, 60 years or so, but it is something you can say. Yeah, Awakening form is just kind of cooler, since it, like, you see the vines traveling and hitting the enemy and stuff. Corrosion just kind of happens. That's fine. A lot of, like, the launch Ego's animations were kind of underwhelming sometimes. 4th Match Lane Rodion probably has, like, the worst animation of any Ego in the game. And I doubt it'll ever be, like... I doubt that role will ever be toppled, right? So Actually, if we corrode Sunshine, does it target the right part? Because if so, I'll go for it. No, okay. Then we're just gonna have you defend. This'll work. But yeah. Also, going back to the tank thing, I kind of got myself distracted, but like, shield's definitely the best way to do tanks like that are strong but not like stupidly unkillable. DHA Rodion especially, like, super strong tank. Can she die? Yes, but she's got a lot of effective HP without it being too much. I'd say at least, right? Is Sunglyph my favorite tank? Yes. But I think DHA Rodion's the best designed tank. Which floor are we going to here? And its second option to be Pierce. We can get... Like, we can get UPS system for some charge. It's something. If we want to get charge on everyone. Yeah. Nebulator plus though, so now Pride Res, which we can benefit from but only if we ego. Carmilla plus, do we get Pendant plus? I guess since Rodion's in the first slot, yeah. Wonder if we'll ever get a tank ID that actually wants to use the defensive skill. Because really, the play on PM's part really does seem like... That's actually a potentially funny idea for the corrosion spamming. The best play on PM's part is definitely to keep on going with shield stuff, and I think there's a decent chance ZywWest will, because, well, they've got giant shields, right? They'll probably be decent offensively. I wouldn't be surprised if they had like a gimmick where like they had like a shield bash where like their damage like was increased based on how much shield they had. I think that would fit a lot. Maybe their shield also will be like their own stat effect, right? Like they build up shield by doing certain things. Like, I guess, here's a random idea. Change aggro so it affects the normal fights too, and make it so like ZywWest units gain shield based on how many people target them at turn start. There's already stuff that depends on how many people targeted them, like defaultly, thanks to Lantern Dawn passive, right? So they could do something like that, right? Where you gain like more shield by like drawing an aggro. These guys are not very frequently seen, jeez. And like if the shield count, whatever the stat effects would be, changes how much shield you have and also gives you a damage buff. Something like that. It's simple. Hopefully they do something a little bit fancier than that, but like that's like a vague idea of what they could do, right? And it could be cool. God. Is this like the only floor you can see the drones on, these drones on? Because I feel like I have not seen them in months. I know they were in Mirror Dungeon 3 as well. Super rarely, but it felt like... But, like, I mean, these enemies are just weird in general, right? They're kind of just super nothing enemies from, like, the first, like, what, 3 fights from Kanto 4? They're just annoying because they spam evasion and they don't give you a chance to build up sanity. There we go, cool. Not that big of a deal. They're not annoying here, they were just annoying in the context of Kanto 4, especially since the sanity changes where they have sanity gain, then. I still stand by the fact that the sanity changes they made would have been decent had it been done for, like, Mirror Dungeon and stuff, right? I don't know. I'm still not fully sure. Anyways, the sanity changes were made significantly worse by the drones because, like, you couldn't build up sanity anyways because of how often they were defending and how little you could clash against them. So it was a really bad time to try and bring in those changes. Probably for the best that they reverted them, though, yeah. Sandy in general was just kind of an annoying mechanic, right? Yes, I would love to spend the first 3 turns of battle having 50-50 odds at best. Quote from a deranged man. Or whatever the meme goes. It's weird. Mm.
칼날이 잘 드네요. 아마 그 공격이 약점이었겠죠?
I think more ideas that do unique stuff with Sanity would be fun.
소란이 줄었네요.
Like, assuming we do go back to J-Corp for Hong Lu Kanto, which I think is pretty likely, there's definitely some funny gambling ideas that we could get. This is just Crab again, isn't it? Is it King Trash Crab again? Alright. Sure thing, I guess. Crota, Ebony Stem. Once again, not clashing, but it'll do a lot of damage. And that's what counts. Do I want to yield my fleshless shell attack? I do not. Yeah, like, imagine ideas that just do random zany stuff with, like, their chances of rolling heads and tails. Like, once again, this is another thing that I bring up often, but the actual Tang Tang enemies have a unique mechanic where they can, like, rig their coins to roll heads in certain slots, right? Very cool, very powerful, I'm sure, for us, especially if it works on Ego, but if it doesn't work on Ego, then it could be really interesting. Just IDs that don't need to worry about that, the 5% failure chance if you play them right, yeah? Lightning Surge went twice because we played it, that's fine. We're going for multiple single coin attacks anyways, because that's also what Gregor's doing here, so I'm fine with Commemorative Coin not working on Ebony Stem. Probably would be a bad idea for it to trigger on Ebony Stem anyways. We did get heads this time, though, so this is going to be some good damage. Just a little more. Cool. That did just kill all the minions. How'd you do that? That totally caught me off guard. Yeah, that was the point. Chances are. Yeah, you can Mind Whip. Yeah. Let's be funny and just ignore the mass attack. If we fail horribly and it goes through, it'll be funny, but like chances are we're gonna be able to Mind Whip anyways. And Mind Whip should just kill. Because I mean it's Mind Whip, right? Get Mind Whip on its own didn't quite kill, but we've still got 3 more random attacks. A little bit of a gamble, and that's all you need. I love gambling. And you should too. Take Emerald Edge. Oh, alright, I wanted UBS system. I completely forgot about that. Well, that's fine. We got Emerald Edge. Oh, employee card. That actually makes up for it, like, notably. Which floor are we going for here? Second? Wrath floor it is. Should be fairly fine. We can't get King Trash Crab for a 3rd time, and I think that's the part that matters the most. Well, maybe I shouldn't jinx it. But no, it physically can't show up on this floor. Song skill change is interesting, but I'll gamble. Nah, I'd gamble. I shouldn't have gambled. Play to the gambler. Maybe you shouldn't gamble, but I love gambling. We all know the plight of the gambler. It's something that, you know, all of us have experienced, probably fairly equally. With, you know, next World Purchase being a month away, it's also going to be experienced thoroughly soon. I'm at like 140 pulls. I'll be fine. I'll get a bunch more pulls from the event and stuff. Well, it'll work. I should be able to... I might not even need to pay any money to be able to get to 200 pulls if I need to pity something. And chances are I will need to pity something with 2 3-stars and Nego. That's right. I'm prepared for it this time, right? Whoops. Shh. Need to stop forgetting. That's fine. Eotisu. So true, Otis. Stop, you know, attacking and just go insane in peace, will ya? Executive Manager, what do you want me to do? Can you, like, stand there? What? Yeah, can you just stand there and just watch? But what tactical advantage does that prove? Can you just it'll be funny. Dante just pulls up their weird little like Limbus like iPad and is like, yeah, well, the funny mission, the funny prescript says distort. And I mean, if Dante tells Otis to distort, maybe Otis will do it, right? Maybe. Slaughter is. Why not? Mind Whip. Mind Whip. Yeah, little strong. Little strong. And they're all dead, I think. That was the last one, I assume? Yeah, cool. They've all died. I mean, I've only needed to reset twice this run, both times because I just forgot with Otis. Because that's how it goes. Oh, all around cleaner. Good to see you, buddy. Decent chance we see you next season. I don't know. I'm still not fully certain, but like, it feels like it would be a good Dawn Vav. Thematically. Give me the 40 cost. And then we just full send bottom path, I think, yeah. Okay. Send it.
효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다. 참고로 기계는 입에 발린 말 따위 쉽게 하지 않아요.
Dog is barking. I don't know if it's showing up in the background. I forgot. I might have forgot last turn too. I just kind of selected my skills and then walked away for a second to get dog to stop barking. It's just too easy to make a mistake when you're absent-minded. And I am very absent-minded, so it happens a lot. Shh. That's fine. No more mistakes. We've had 3 resets. No more. Trust. We've got 3 more normal fights than a boss. I didn't look at which boss it was. But, like, it's a Wrath Week boss. We should have easy enough time with them, I'm sure. These enemies should die this turn. A little bit debuffs on that guy. Not quite enough for it to turn into the square formation. I still don't think I've seen the square formation. And if I have, I just didn't notice it, right? Because really, it only happens when you have a stupid amount of debuffs. I guess buffs also can trigger it, right? But you know what I mean. The status effect bar. Gamble. Fin of Fugality. Sure. And that goes to you two. Rodion, actually, I mean, Rodion's got a lot of poise because we've got Pendant Plus, right? So she's just gaining a bunch of poise every turn. We've got Nebulizer. We're getting the Pride Res occasionally. Let's corrode binds for the bit here, just because I want to kill these guys for fun. And we get Nebulizer if we do it right. Which is pretty good. Nice, that goes again. Double stagger with that, so that's pretty cool. We got Tails, cool. Immediately brings her down to 0 SP. We won't ego her next fight, and maybe she'll be a decent Sandy in time for the boss, but if not, that's funny, right? If she's high Sandy, we Ebony Stem. If she's low Sandy, we buy-ins. Since that's how it works, you know, based on, like, the heads, tails stuff. And yeah, we just immediately demolish all of those guys. The 2 guys that got staggered by Gregor just straight up died to the binds, and then the other teammates just took down everyone else. All while Ishmael was busy taking ibuprofen for her headache. Okay. Shouldn't need to corrode at all here. Shouldn't be too big of an issue. Next turn, you should be able to mind whip one of them. They're all staggered first turn, so we can get some decent damage off. Although we often get them to, like, the decent damage percentage where we do just kind of eat their first stagger threshold on all of them. Which means we, well, can't stagger them now. Next turn, but they're all low enough HP that it really shouldn't matter too much. Chirp Sloth Res, Mind Whip. I think they all die here. There's one of them that's high HP still. That was the one that's, you know, beating up Gregor. Assumably that one was being the target of Ish's... or not Ish. Otis's dodge last turn. Anyways, oh, we double gamble. We don't even need to Mind Whip you, huh? Commemorative Coin Gaming. I feel like Commemorative Coin's so rare now. I don't know why. It's probably just because you get so many status effect ego gifts. So that, like, non-status effect ego gifts just seem so rare, relatively. Oh, we want a good skill change. I'll take another Grinding the Molars, you know. And I'll take Grey Coat, too, for the Mass Attack Gaming. Don't really need anything else, though. Maybe I should have sold something and got an SP heal for Otis, but that's fine. We can just focus binds. It is Papa Bongi. Which means Ebony Stem is probably the better idea just so we can take down the chicken basket. It's not going to be doing great on Sanity, but we can, like, binds next turn, though, right? We're clashing you. That's the guy we want dead, so that's nice. We're really going to, like, target that guy down because I don't like him. Who's that going for? You. I should probably do that then, yeah. In case that's needed. And a little bit on Chicken Bucket, just in case, right? Start off with a good old Corrosion. Tails, that's fine. We're at -2 Sanity now. Yeah, good chunk of damage. We get to do it again. Just a little more. Might just kill the bongies. Yeah, sure did. Okay. We need to go all in on the hat guy, but, you know, as per usual, I don't like the hat guy. We're clashing you. Okay, that's an unfortunate, Tails. That's fine. Shame we didn't roll Yasunyata on Otis, because this guy's very weak to Yasunyata. What are your resistances like? What's the best move for us? We don't have any slash egos, but are you equally weak to resistant to Pierce? No, Pierce is better. I think Ebony Stem is a decent choice. We're actually low though, so we should probably just binds, and we should probably just dodge with you, and then we should just let it rip, right? See how that goes. You've got the charge, you do just barely, okay. We'll take it. And see how this goes. Double corrode this. It's a very, very bad idea to double corrode this, but it's funny. So we roll with it. Otis is finally distorting, hopefully. Right? Kind of the point of the run. Is this one... Is this a scripted... Not scripted. Is this like a set target corrosion? Because the fact we are not hitting Papa Bongi at all with this feels like... rude. I know it's because we didn't have the Pride res, so we didn't gain the additional attack weight, but... Does your corrosion only attack... No, it targets randomly, so it just randomly didn't hit any of Papa Bongi's 4 skill slots. Alright. Well, this is fine. You know, we wanted you to corrode, and corroding you are. Also, you know... Rhodion's actually using her shield to not die to this. That's incredible. This is why Rhodion Redemption arc. There we go, though. Victory. And because it killed me in commemorative coin. Well, that went all according to plan. And, you know, despite only ever using egos, you did 20% of the damage. How nice is that? 99% your leadership, 1% my confidence. I know. The 99% being my plan just have you sit around and lose your mind. Well, 3 levels. 1120. 1120 level. Pretty cool. Since this season's still going to go on for a decent amount longer, I can probably get to a decent level. If I really grind, I could probably get to, like, the same level I got to last season. Not really expecting it, though, because I don't want to grind too much, because, well, I want to save my modules for whatever's coming next, right? Mirror Dungeon 5? Mirror Dungeon 5's probably, like, 3 months away. Probably more than that, yeah. Probably, like, 4. Funny to think about. Well, we can do our daily polls. See if we get anything funny. Shards are appreciated. Faust shards would be appreciated since that's what we need right now. Dawn, I'll take it. Don't have too many Dawn shards, do I? Yeah, no, I was pretty low on that. And Dawn is probably getting the Bygone Days in Spy West. It's either Dawn or Ishmael. I think those are the only two that would make sense. Ishmael's had a very large dry streak, and, you know, it looks like it might continue if she's not getting the Bygone Days Spy West stuff. And she's got a shield, so it makes sense. But it's also right before Dawn season, so it might be like an Ufi Heathcliff situation where, like, this person gets something before their season starts, because it'll be a while before they get another ID. I don't know. We'll see. But, like, you haven't gotten anything since Edgar Family Butler, so Isha's due something in her the roadmap doesn't have her getting anything, and I doubt she's getting the Walpurgis ego, so I don't know. Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed your little foray into being insane, Otis. But that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!